The 20th Guards Army is a field army. Since 1991, after the dissolution of the Soviet Union, it became part of the Russian ground forces. First formation. The army was first formed by order of the SDAVKA within Stalingrad front on July 22, 1942, based on the remaining elements of the headquarters of the former 28th Army, which had been largely destroyed in recent fighting. MJR. Gen. V.D. Kruichenko, commander of the former 28th Army, was given command of 4th Tank Army. The new formation incorporated the 22nd Tank Corps under MJR. Gen. Shamshin, and MJR. Gen. Kashin's 23rd Tank Corps, plus 3 rifle divisions transferred from the Far Eastern Front, 2 anti-tank regiments and 2 anti-aircraft regiments. 8th Separate Fighter Air Brigade provided support. It was committed to battle without being fully formed, as German forces had broken through. The army attempted to stop the German 6th Army, but was not successful and lost a large number of tanks. On the 1st of August 1942, official Soviet records show the army as comprising the 22nd Tank Corps, the 18th and 205th Rifle Divisions, an independent brigade, and 2 artillery regiments. In August 1942 it fought on the southern approaches to Stalingrad, having conducted some successful counterattacks against units of the German 48th Panzer Corps. 4th Tank Army later came under command of Gen. K.K. Rokossovsky's Don Front. On the 22nd of October, Kruichenko was replaced by Gen. P.I. Bitov. The much diminished army was redesignated the 65th Army on the 27th of October, and served for the duration under Bitov's command. Second formation. On the 15th of July 1943, after an abortive attempt to form the army for a second time had been called off in February, it was reformed as 4th Guards Tank Army, drawing on the headquarters of the previous 19th Cavalry Corps. Initially the new army consisted of 11th and 30th Ural Volunteer Tank Corps and 6th Guards Mechanized Corps. Its first operation as 4th Tank Army, under Lt. General Tank Tr. Vasily Bardinov, was the counterattack on the northern side of the Kursk Bulge after the German defeat at the Battle of Kursk proper. John Erickson writes that, at 1100 on the 26th of July, 2 of Bogdanov's corps put in a ragged attack towards Bokov. For the next few hours, under the very gaze of Bagramian and Bardinov, both corps were heavily battered by the concealed German tanks and assault guns. It took part in the winter battles in the Ukraine in 1944, then the Lvov Sanadmir's operation in the summer. Its commander was Lt. Gen. D.D. Lelashenko. It then participated in the Lower Silesia, Upper Silesia, Berlin, and Prague operations. In the last days of the war, it achieved Guard status by an order of the NKO dated March 17, 1945. Cold War. It was initially part of the Soviet occupation forces in Czechoslovakia, but was then moved to Eastern Germany. In the first days of the Soviet occupation of Eastern Germany, it had its headquarters at Eberswalde and consisted of the 5th and 6th Guards Mechanized Corps and the 10th Guards Tank Corps. From 1946 to 1957 the army was named 4th Guards Mechanized Army. It was renamed 20th Guards Army in 1960, and served for many years as part of the group of Soviet forces in Germany. It took part in the Soviet invasion of Czechoslovakia in 1968. In 1982 the 14th Guards Motor Rifle Division became the 32nd Guards Tank Division, and 2 motor rifle regiments became tank regiments. In 1985 the former 6th Guards Motor Rifle Division became the 90th Guards Tank Division. In the late 1980s it controlled the 25th Tank Division, 32nd Guards Tank Division, 90th Guards Tank Division, the 35th Motor Rifle Division, the 6th Guards Separate Motor Rifle Brigade at Berlin-Karlhorst, and many combat support and service support units, including the 27th and 464th Rocket Brigades of SAM Brigade, an Engineer Sapper Brigade, and 2 helicopter regiments. After the fall of the Soviet Union, 20th Guards Army was withdrawn to Voronezh in the Moscow Military District. Post-Cold War. In June 2006 elements of the Army took part in the Shield of Union joint Russian-Belarusian exercises. Composition 9th Separate Vislenskaya Motor Rifle Brigade, 1st Separate Ural Lvov Tank Brigade, 268th Warsaw Brandenburg Orders of Kutuzov Bogdan Khmelnytsky and Red Star Artillery Brigade, 448th Missile Brigade, 99th Weapons and Equipment Storage Base, 53rd Anti-Aircraft Rocket Brigade, 49th Anti-Aircraft Rocket Brigade, 7015th Weapons and Equipment Storage Base, 112th Guards Novorossiysk Order of Lenin, twice Red Banner Orders of Suvorov Kutuzov Bogdan Khmelnytsky and Alexander Nevsky Missile Brigade, 69th Separate Logistics Brigade,